ToonGrin.com.
Oi, ye lads and lasses, time for Scooby and the gang to meet old Nessie at the loch. You make everyone that listens to you die a little inside, you know that? Finally, move past that weird transition period with the last two movies. While I personally consider them to be part of the What New Scooby-Doo universe of movies, Loch Ness is the official turning point between the retro style to the new bright style, which would lead up all the way to Samurai Sword. Now, for opening up your movie universe, you first have to set the bar, unlike the last movie that proceeded to burn and then throw out the bar. Loch Ness is the typical bare minimum Scooby-Doo mystery film. And for a movie based on a TV series, it avoids my feelings that it should have been on a TV episode for the most part. But let's start with the story. Daphne has brought the gang with her to visit her cousin Shannon at Blake Castle in Scotland to help celebrate the Highland Games, which are being celebrated there as well. But suddenly, it seems Nessie isn't too particular to the games and begins to destroy them. So it's up to the gang to question the variety of suspects and find the clues to discover who is behind these Nessie attacks. Now, unlike Monster of Mexico's story, which drags like a balloon made of iron, Loch Ness flows smoothly through all the investigation and questioning bits, giving all the subjects equal opportunity to implicate themselves with some red herrings thrown in. And the suspects themselves are a hell of a lot more defined than in the previous two movies. There's Professor Fiona Pembroke, an author on the Mysteries of Loch Ness, and whose career has gone down the plug hole because of it. Del Chilman, a chill paranormal investigator who's tracking Nessie. Sir Ian Loxley, a gruff and proper gentleman who might as well spray paint asshole on his head so he'd be more obvious of an asshole character. And Colin and Angus Haggard, two meat-headed jocks who were competing in the Highland Games. But I said they were more defined, not deep. And being a big mythos lover myself, I love how they made the Loch Ness Monster look actually threatening looking, instead of maybe painting it pink with polka dots, like I'm sure the team from the last movie would have done. Okay, no more mentioning Mexico. The more threatening design makes the encounters all the more threatening and therefore suspenseful, which is what you need in this sort of mystery. The animation overall has improved and come to be like the staple design of the show, where it's very fluid and colorful, and design's not too complex. The difference between the show and the movie is simply there is more detailing done in the movie, specifically in the monster and background design. Now before I hit my one big major flaw with the movie, I gotta say this. The gang in this movie have become their fully realized once new Scooby-Doo incarnations as well. Velma is the snarky brains, Daphne is basically the female version of MacGyver, which kind of makes their danger-prone running gag all the more stupid. Fred is a total freaking moron obsessed with tracks and splitting up. Oh, and Shaggy and Scooby are the same lovable goofballs as they always have been. Now, my one and only gripe, I gotta say, is not a movie ruiner, in the slightest. It's more just a funny thing I noticed after a few watches. The one flaw is that actually the culprit behind this, and this, who put countless people's lives in danger and almost murdered the gang, doesn't get any sort of punishment. Yeah, they do this, nearly destroying Blake Castle, and they get a finger waggle them saying, "Don't you do that again, you hare!" Personally, that's more a funny quirk in the story than any sort of problem, but it is something to bring up because it seems to be a result of the writers not fully mapping out why the suspect is the culprit, and what would happen to them in consistency with the story. Overall, this is the bar that Scooby-Doo movies need to be held upon. They need to at least have defined and fun suspects, a good team dynamic from the gang, and a monster and/or antagonist that plausibly adds to the suspense over time. Everything else you add just pushes the bar higher for that particular movie. Or in even simpler terms, Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster is the epitome of the standard, goofy, fun Scooby-Doo movie, and it's a fun watch, so get it for your kids and you'll enjoy it as well.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo?